Hello, today is the anniversary of the birth in 1913 of Albert Camus, the French philosopher. Among his writings is a book called The Myth of Sisyphus. And Sisyphus was a king in the ancient world, a mythological king who was punished by Hades because he had cheated death twice. And the punishment was that he was to roll a boulder up a hill, and every time it got to very near the top, it would fall out of his hands and roll to the bottom again, so that he had to go to the bottom and start again pushing it up the hill. And this went on forever. It was a symbol for Camus of the pointlessness of human existence. And he is known as a philosopher of the absurd with a capital A, denying that our existence has any meaning and that the universe itself doesn't give us a reason for living. He talks about the unreasonable silence of the universe. And he says one option you've got in response to this silence, this absurdity, is to commit suicide. But he rejects that. He says that isn't a sensible way out. And the way that he describes of beginning to find some purpose in existence is to rebel. And he talks about two kinds of rebellion. There's the rebellion against the human condition, a rebellion against this absurdity, and another kind of rebellion, which is the rebellion which seeks to make the world that we live in, meaningless though it is, be a world where there is justice, where there is fairness. And for him, political activity was a very important part of his life. He was a pacifist. He campaigned against the development of nuclear weapons. He campaigned against capital punishment. He worked for quite a while for UNESCO, for the United Nations, and he saw in this rebellion against the injustice of this meaningless world some meaning. Now, I may have not put that quite right, because obviously when you try to simplify a philosopher's works in less than 3 minutes, it's you're going to be simplifying things. But it did seem to me that this sense of meaninglessness is something which modern people experience quite a lot. It's not something that religious people, generally speaking, experience, because we find our meaning in the fact that we're loved by God. But for those who do not have that belief, there must be a sense of what is it all about. But I think for those who have a faith and those who just see life as existentially absurd, there is for both kinds of thinkers the sense that if we work hard to make the world that we live in one that is fair and just and worth living in for the majority of its population, then there does develop a kind of meaning to our lives, a purpose to our existence. And so today I just wanted to celebrate the sense of meaning and value that we can give to ourselves and to our lives when we use our lives for the benefit of others, when we do those things which we think will lead to a better life for our sisters and brothers, because that gives more of an opportunity for them to find meaning, and it gives us a sense of meaning. Rebellion is quite a good word for it. It's a rebellion against everything which is unjust and unfair and indeed meaningless. And I think that this is somewhere that those people who have a faith and those who, like Camus, don't and think that the universe is silent, can find joint enterprise, some common endeavour in our desire to make the world a better place.